All right, so today we're taking a look at the entryway coat rack with cubbies, and then it's also got a matching shoe rack we're going to take a look at here in just a minute. So if you're going to have your coat rack and your shoe shelf together, you're going to hang your coat rack up pretty high. Now I'm 5'4" and I'm able to reach the top of my shelf, which means this is about 6'6" to the top of the shelf. You got an 8-foot ceiling. So if you were to have your shoe shelf underneath here, you're going to have to raise your rack up several more inches so that you have just the space needed and necessary, because your coats are going to hang down to the top of your shoe shelf. And again, we're going to look at that shoe shelf here in just a minute. So what we have here are 7 coat racks and then 3 cubbies. Now this measures in length 31.5 inches. And then the height of it is 8 inches, and the depth of each shelf is about 7.5 inches. Each shelf does measure from inside to inside about 9.5 inches long, and then it is 7 3/4 inches tall, and then you've got the 7.5 inches deep. So these are really nice shelves in here. So the shelf did have to be assembled, and it's just a really quick assembly. You got 2 screws here to screw into your side rail, 2 screws here, 2 screws here, 2 screws here, and then you got 2 screws on the top of each one of those. Then you did have to put the coat racks in as well. Each one had to be screwed in, but again, just really quick, minimal work to it. Now when you mount it to the wall, one thing that I would highly recommend is that you find a stud. You're only going to hit one stud, depending on your wall, but there's going to be 3 screws which hang this up. So you got a screw here, and a screw here. We actually hit a stud on this one, and then on all the other ones, we did use the wall anchors and screws that were provided. And so we don't have any worries about this not being able to hold the weight of the jacket. So very impressive there. Now the shoe shelf is also a very nice shelf, and it's going to be the same length as your coat rack. And so that is 31.5 inches. And then you've got adjustable shelves on here. It's going to fit plenty of shoes, and it's going to be a real nice look right inside your entryway. So the way that we've got this designed is that we've got a shoe shelf here, and you can actually sit on the shoe shelf because it's sturdy. It's got a lot of meat to it, and so you can sit here and you can put your shoes on, or you can take your shoes off. When you walk in the door, you can just reach over, hang your coat up, and not have to worry about going back around to the left side if we was to put the coat rack here. Now again, if you are putting your shoe shelf underneath your coat rack, the shoe shelf stands 19.5 inches tall. So you're going to be 19.5 inches, and then my coats, if you look at my coats are currently hanging 18 inches off the floor. So if I had my shoe shelf underneath my coat rack, then my coats are going to be on top of the shelf, where I would much rather have my disc golfing bag, or another pair of shoes, or a backpack, or whatever else I may be carrying at the time that I can set down. I don't want my coats in the way, so I got them on 2 separate walls. Just a suggestion coming from somebody with a little bit of experience, and a recommendation unto you.